What's up, folks? We are back with another kevinnleee replay because kevinnleee brings in the views. This time it's gonna be a ZVP between the Protoss sirPlayALot and everybody's favorite Zerg, kevinnleee. kevinnleee given a cheeky GLSD. Not sure why his opponent doesn't get that reference. Probably quite confused right now, scratching his head, wondering what that stands for. And that's going to give Kevin the advantage in the early game. The Protoss player is going to be confused. He's not really sure what that means, and we already see him throwing up a defensive forge in his main base. No wall. This is kind of a weird little structure he's got going on here. Zerg can at any moment just flood in with lings. So this tells me he intends to be cheeky. He wants to throw down some cannons. And this is going to delay the scout of that from the Overlord just a little bit. And that might help the cannon rush succeed. We do see the probe going to start tickling away at the hatchery. Not really going to accomplish a whole lot there. And actually no pylon going down, so perhaps not a cannon rush. This is a very strange place to be putting your buildings then. In fact, the Protoss is going for his expansion. So again, this is very weird. This wall is wide open, and this ramp wide open as well. The Protoss player is continuing to make his buildings close to his nexus. Kevin's expansion has completed. He's starting off with 6 lings, and they do have potential to get across the map. Maybe just run past this cannon and get into the main. Might be able to find some damage there. This Protoss making a weird little, can't even call this a wall. This is like, I don't know what you would call this, just a little defensive post. Now we know Kevin likes to go for baneling busts in this matchup. We'll see if he decides to go for that here in this game. No baneling nest on the way just yet, but that could be successful. And in fact, Kevin going for a quick 3 base. This is not what I'm used to seeing from Kevin. New year, new Kevin. This Protoss continuing to just cannon up the front, being super annoying. And that implies he is going to be just turtling up. Maybe getting stargates. And look how late his tech is. His cybernetics core only just now starting. He's invested so much money into this strange wall. And yeah, definitely a missed opportunity from Kevin. He could have gone for a baneling bust and just ended the game already. But no, we're gonna be seeing a mid to late game. I do believe this game is gonna go on a bit longer. I can't see the total length, but you viewers out there watching this video on YouTube, you can see how long it is. And yeah, this game is going to continue. No tech structures just yet from Kevin. In fact, he's going for a layer. His droning could use a little work. It's 4.5 minutes in, still not fully saturated here. Mining a little too much gas for this stage of the game. 600 gas for what? You have no tech, no upgrades coming along, so definitely could have delayed that gas a little bit. But he is going for his favorite Spire, so it does make a little bit more sense now. Unfortunately, sirPlayALot is going for a triple Stargate. He can shift into mass Phoenixes very easily. He is most likely going to start with Void Rays. Yep, there we go. And that's okay. Mutas do decently against Void Rays. But again, it's going to be so easy for this guy to just start producing Phoenixes. And we all know Phoenixes absolutely dump on Mutas. Or should I say Phoenixes? This Protoss completely skipping the ground. He doesn't even have Warp Gate. He's going for air upgrades. He's going for a double Cybernetics Core, even getting that shield upgrade. And now Kevin does get that scout as the Overlord fell to the Void Rays. So Kevin needs to get up some anti-air. He's going to start up 12 Mutas. That's going to be good enough for now. Again, look at the droning, just abysmal. 6 out of 16? Like, why? Going for a 4th base, which is nice. And the Void Rays not gonna poke in. I think that's a missed opportunity. As Protoss can always just recall if things are getting too hot. Here are the Mutas of Kevin. What are they gonna be able to accomplish now? The Protoss player is switching things up into carriers already. These Muta's gonna find the Void Rays, no recall or anything. sirPlayALot just gonna let those Void Rays die. Bit of a mistake, I feel. Now, what can these Mutas accomplish? There are cannons in the mineral line, so maybe not a whole lot. Muta's gonna dive on that first cannon, gonna be able to get that. And that's going to free them up to get some probe kills here. A lot of probe kills, actually. Now, unfortunately, this interface does not show the workers killed there to the side. sirPlayALot getting 1 Phoenix, trying to get some more. But these Mutas doing so much work right now. Find that Stalker. But their days are numbered, I think, and well, sirPlayALot not gonna be going mass Phoenix, only 2. It looks like he is content to just stick with the carriers. 20 probes have gone down so far. That is some excellent damage from Kevin, but why are you not using these Mutas? You have so many Mutas, you cannot just be sitting at home. You gotta keep your opponent scrambling to defend. You gotta force him to build more static defense. Just be annoying, and Kevin is not doing any of that. He's got 21 Mutas just floating over here doing absolutely nothing. They'll do fucking nothing. And that's exactly what they're doing. Look at this. Kevin, please. Base count gonna be pretty good as he's going up to 5 bases, but the worker count still quite poor, 67. That is way too low for a Zerg. And look at sirPlayALot. He lost 20 probes earlier, but now he's already back up to a healthy 59 on 3 bases. He's continuing his Sky Toss production. His upgrades 111. Kind of been slacking on that. Should have been getting 2-2 by now. Does start that up as I say that. Even getting the Twilight Council so he can get +2 shields as well. Going for a 4th Stargate. Not sure if he even has the income for that. Should probably think about fourth soon. But this army from sirPlayALot getting scarier. Kevin going for a double spire now, Hive just completing. And he's gonna need some corruptors. Going for Vipers, that's also a excellent unit. But, oh, he already has corruptors. Alright, that's a good amount of corruptors, 15. And these 21 mutas, look at this, they're doing nothing. Oh my goodness. Imagine if they were just continuing to be annoying. Take out that cannon, take out these probes there. This one might be a little harder to take out, but 21 mutas can do quite a lot of damage, so definitely a huge missed opportunity. Kevin doing the right thing now, getting corruptors, getting his air upgrades. I would have liked to see him prioritize the carapace. He went for the attack first. Carapace typically more useful, more important against carriers. That's because carriers attack with their interceptors. Each interceptor does a certain amount of damage, and armor upgrade would reduce that by 1 for each interceptor. So it's pretty big. This Protoss now even on workers. Back up a little bit now, going for his 4th base, and Kevin now finally moving out with his mutas. This is about 5 minutes too late. Kevin, better late than never, is going to be able to take out those 3 cannons. And here comes the Skytoss army back to defend, but it's so slow, so mutas can just, well, I was going to say they can just avoid the army, but it looks like Kevin's just going to sack all the mutas, free up that supply to get 18 more corruptors. And this worker count, I cannot state enough. 70, not enough. You can free them up later on, but for now you really want to be at like 90 to 100, and then when you've mined out like half the map, you can sacrifice them, build spores with them. But right now, 73, that's not enough, I feel. sirPlayALot, he's at 80. He's going to be saturating his 4th base soon, should be transferring some workers. Yep, there we go, look at that. Right on cue. Main and natural, well, the natural could use some transferring as well. Now Kevin is expanding a lot, and that's good. But again, the worker count could be better. Needs to start building a spore forest. And there's really not too much to worry about on the ground, so Kevin probably doesn't need to think about ultras or even broodlords, which he is getting the greater spire. Yeah, sirPlayALot never even got that warp gate. And it looks like he's moving out now for a little bit of damage. I'm not sure if he's really gonna commit fully, as he does have some armies still in production. He's not maxed yet. Looks like he's just gonna be clearing up some creep for now and gonna back away. And here's Kevin with his corruptors. Let's see what he can do. He needs to focus fire. Oh no, all these corruptors derping around. What are you doing? No! Ah! Does retarget them onto the units now, but that was a lot of wasted time just focusing on the interceptors. And the void rays, they do bonus damage versus armored, so they did a lot to those poor corruptors. And the lack of target fire. In these situations, you want to target down the void rays first, at least most of them because, again, they do so much damage versus Corruptors, and especially if they have the overcharge on. Not overcharge, what's that ability called? You know what I mean. And sirPlayALot gonna be getting more Void Rays. That's absolutely the right call right now because of all the Corruptors. And what? Not sure what that was about. He killing his own probe, singular. Here we go, another big fight. Gonna be targeting down the carriers, but like I said, that's not exactly the right move here. Void Rays do a lot more in this situation. Now all the carriers are down and the Corruptors are gonna do just fine. Kevin has overwhelming numbers right now. Gonna be able to dispatch of all of the Void Rays. Another carrier shows up just to die. And that was a good fight for Kevin. Not sure what sirPlayALot was doing. No recall or anything like that. So now he has been essentially completely reset. Now, what I would like to see from Kevin is to just fly these Corruptors here over the Stargates and just camp the production. What is he going to do? He can't warp in Stalkers or anything. And that would essentially end the game. These units would just pop out to their deaths right away, and sirPlayALot wouldn't be able to make anything to prevent that from happening. So, once again, Kevin, army control, bit lacking, kind of just sitting around not doing much. It's going to allow sirPlayALot to establish yet another base, establish more defenses, remake a bunch of Void Rays, and now Corruptors, they're going to do just fine in these large numbers, but not for long because sirPlayALot is getting 5 Void Rays at a time. He's going to be activating that overcharge, going for this base, and going to be losing all these Void Rays once again. Does take out a few Corruptors, but going to be a worthwhile trade for kevinnleee. If we take a look at the units lost, gonna be favoring the Protoss just a bit, but I think that's just fine. Kevin has a bunch of bases. He does need to be a little more careful though. And again, these Stargates just pumping out Void Rays. Now shifting into some additional carriers. Kevin looks like he's just fixated on Corruptors. It's hard to really identify what else to get. I think maybe some more Vipers. Did he lose all his Vipers? There's one here. Yeah, that's the only one. Some more Vipers would be great. Maybe Infestors as well. You don't need a lot of them. Just maybe 2 Infestors. Don't even really need the pathogen glands. And just fungal. Imagine a fat fungal there. Combined with parasitic bomb, combined with the Corruptors. Ooh, that's juicy. And more Corruptors popping out. That is a buttload of Corruptors. 39. We have reached a split map situation. Kevin now sitting on 98 workers. That is what I wanted to see. Going up to 101 even. That's a little crazy, but I like it. Just mine off 100 workers for a few minutes. Get crazy income. Set up a Spore Forest. That's one thing that Kevin has been lacking. He's going for a few Broodlords, which can be nice to break some of these positions, but 3 probably not enough. And you gotta be careful not to waste too many of your Corruptors because there is always the threat of the Sky Toss army. sirPlayALot with his 3-3-3 upgrades. That is very scary. Kevin working on his +3 armor. Gonna take out that observer here, which is nice. Here comes sirPlayALot. He is going to be taking out this base. There are a few spores here, which is something. It's going to help a little bit. Take out some of the interceptors. Now here come the corruptors. Got to be careful with your engagement here. Lands a parasitic bomb. It's doing a lot of damage. But sirPlayALot backs up to his shield battery and cannons. And I don't know if you want to take this fight with the battery and cannons. Kevin once again focusing on the carriers. It's going to allow the Void Rays to do so much damage. Oh my god. Ah! All the Broodlords have gone down. Most of the Corruptors have gone down. That was not the fight. And yeah, the Void Rays just do too much damage. And in this position, as much as it pains me to say, I feel like Hydras perhaps might be a better call, seeing as there is absolutely zero ground army. There's no threat of Storms, Colossus, Archons, anything like that. This is pure Sky Toss. 100% Sky Toss. Again, no warp gate whatsoever. This is the only gateway on the map. This guy's not even getting them as like a wall. Kevin just going through Corruptors, getting some additional Vipers, which is nice for sure. I'm not sure if that's really the right unit composition. All these Void Rays, they are so scary. They're gonna do so much damage. Look how quickly they just beam down that hatchery. They didn't stand a chance. And what's Kevin's reaction going to be? It's like he's just gonna let that base die. I mean, not like he has a choice right now. It's already down. But he's gonna have to fight sooner or later, maybe waiting for the 13 additional Corruptors. Meanwhile, sirPlayALot taking another base. This was formerly Kevin's. And Kevin is taking this side of the map. Now we see Kevin building 3 spores. It's not really enough. And here he goes. He's looking for a fight. He's gonna delete that carrier real quick. This looks like a pretty good fight. But the battery, not sure. Parasitic bomb doing a lot of damage, but the battery is just healing them right back up. Go for another fight, another beautiful parasitic bomb. Batteries are completely out of energy, and Kevin not capitalizing on this. Allowing his opponent to just remake. And what is this? Probes going on the offensive. What? There's nothing here to bring a queen over or something. Now Kevin morphing Broodlords. I don't know if that's really the right call. He's going to be able to pick off a few more Void Rays. And these Broodlords going to be finishing up. They're going to be able to start laying siege to this base. These probes might take out a hatchery. Oh my god, what are we witnessing? And the Broodling's gonna be able to clean them up, I think. The Broods starting their siege. Corruptors might finally clean up these Void Rays here. And that they do, but... Wait. Okay, Brood Lords pulled back for a second there, but they are continuing the onslaught onto this base. And these Corruptors, they're not doing anything! Oh, that's brutal, man. Like, use them for something, and also take your Broodlords off of your hotkey. Like, use them for something. Use their ability to, like, I don't know, help spray this down. It would be hard to do anything to these other bases with all the cannons. But, like I said earlier, if he just camps the production here, snipes each of these units as soon as they pop out, what is the Protoss going to be able to do? Huge missed opportunity for Kevin. He is, however, going to continue his siege onto these bases, and that is very helpful. But here comes sirPlayALot. He has remade a very formidable army here. Kevin kind of just sitting around with his Corruptors still. Here comes sirPlayALot. He's activated his prismatic alignment. Here comes Kevin. He's gonna focus down the carriers once again, but it's not the right call. Look how much damage the Voids are doing. They just obliterate the Corruptors. And the control of the Vipers. Oh no! Ah! Oh, that was brutal. Oh my God, just losing his entire army there. Was that... Did Kevin just hand off his controls to Yellow Jello? What was that fight? Oh my God. And now Kevin, his gas bank is completely bone dry. Meanwhile, his minerals almost at 10,000. It was at 10,000 for a period there. But his army has been vanquished. And the Sky Toss still flying around. And I believe this is going to be the beginning of the end for our Zerg player. Making one last ditch effort, dropping a parasitic bomb. That's not going to be enough. This poor Viper, does go down. There's just not enough Corruptors, not enough anti-air to stop this Golden Armada. I'm not sure if we can even call it a Golden Armada because the Void Rays are silverish. This is gonna be the death of kevinnleee. Throwing down more spores, but this is too late. And no GG, Kevin just leaves. I would have done the same because Sky Toss is absolutely bonkers.